In a busy town, a big resort was getting ready to open, needing lots of workers. Two locals, Mike and David, got jobs there. Mike always asked for more money, while David thought about how he could make money from the changes the resort would bring. They both didn't have much schooling, but they were smart. Mike convinced his boss to pay him more and worked extra hours. He even got his son a job there. At first, Mike earned the most among the workers, but David had a different plan. When David heard about the famous resort, he saw an opportunity. He learned he could buy shares in the resort's company. He also bought land in the village. David knew that when the resort was finished, there would be lots of people needing a place to stay. So he built a cheap place for them to live. After 5 years, when the resort was done, Mike lost his job and had to find work somewhere else, which made him sad and confused. Meanwhile, David's place became very popular with the resort's workers. This helped David make money without working. He also made money from the land he bought in the other village. David realized he didn't need a regular job anymore. Instead, he focused on making more places for people to stay. This story teaches us that it's good to work for money, but it's smart to also find ways to earn money without working all the time. As like this story, the book Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert says, rich people don't work for money, they make money work. Rich Dad Poor Dad has transformed the lives of countless individuals by outlining essential steps to break free from the conventional 9 to 5 job cycle. Once James, the grandson of successful businessman, was out with his uncle George, James asked his uncle for some money to buy toys. George gave him $20 and James bought a set of small plastic toys. When they returned home, instead of playing with the toys, James had an idea. He painted the toys in bright colors and added some small stickers to make them look more attractive. The next day, James went to the local market and set up a small stall to sell his decorated toys. Surprisingly, many children were interested in his unique toys and James sold all of them within a few hours. He made a good profit from the sale. Seeing his nephew's entrepreneurial spirit, Henry was impressed and decided to teach James some valuable lessons about business. He explained to James the importance of turning assets into income-generating opportunities. George told James that instead of spending money on things that don't bring any return, it's better to invest in assets that can generate income. From that day on, James started looking for opportunities to invest his money wisely. He learned to identify assets that could bring him more income, such as buying and renting out small properties or investing in stocks. James' entrepreneurial mindset and his uncle's guidance helped him build a successful business empire over time. The lessons learned by James and Henry were not just for their family, they were applicable to anyone who wanted to succeed in business. They knew that by focusing on acquiring assets first, they could create a solid foundation for financial success and stability. Robert Kiyosaki says, first create income sources, then spend. This story explains why teaching financial literacy is important. Peter moved to New York with his friend, but unfortunately, his friend abandoned him. Fortunately, a kind-hearted local named Derek helped Peter by providing him shelter and support. Despite the offer of help to return home, Peter decided to stay in New York and make a living there. He found a job washing dishes at a restaurant, hoping to eventually secure a waiter's position. However, despite his efforts, Peter could not land the waiter job he desired. Instead, he was offered a job making coffee at another restaurant. Peter took on the role enthusiastically and soon gained a reputation for making exceptional coffee. His friendly demeanor and excellent sales skills led to his tea stall outperforming others in the area. One day, a customer proposed a partnership to open a tea stall together, sharing ownership equally. Peter agreed and their stall became successful. However, tensions arose later when his partner felt he was contributing more to the business. As a result, Peter was ousted from the partnership, leaving him hurt and disappointed. Determined to turn his setback into an opportunity, Peter decided to start his own venture. He opened a pizza outlet called Pizza House, offering a wide variety of pizzas. Despite initial challenges, Pizza House flourished, expanding to multiple outlets across the city, generating significant revenue each year. People wondered how Peter managed to fund the opening of a pizza house. The truth was, Peter had been saving money diligently over the years, prioritizing his future financial security. Inspired by the concept of mind your own business, Peter understood the importance of saving first and paying bills later, ultimately leading to his entrepreneurial success. So, mind your own business is another step to be taken according to the book. There is this idea that people who become wealthy don't just focus on making money, they focus on learning and growing. Take the book Think and Grow Rich as an example. It's famous, but many people start reading it and don't finish. However, do you know how it was written? Well, the author Napoleon Hill was asked by the richest man of his time, Andrew Carnegie, to figure out the secrets to becoming wealthy. Hill wasn't sure at first, but he thought if the richest guy wanted his help, there must be something to it. So he agreed. Carnegie then introduced Hill to many successful people, including Henry Ford, and told him to learn from them. Hill met with these successful folks, learned their strategies, and wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, which became a big success. So, basically, these successful people were willing to share their knowledge for free, helping Hill become successful too. It's not just Hill. Even Warren Buffett, one of the richest people today, started by offering to work for free for another successful investor named Ben Graham. Graham said no at first, but eventually Buffett became his partner and learned a lot from him. The lesson here is that truly successful people focus on learning and building skills that will help them in the long run rather than just chasing quick money. In the world of real estate, entrepreneur named David, he observed two properties nestled beside a bustling road. One property's price had soared because of its prime location right by the road. However, the other property also next to the road was selling for a fraction of the first property's value. The reason for this vast difference? A stinky drain separated the second property from the road, emitting an unpleasant odor. Accessing it required a tedious detour around the road. While most people turned away from this undesirable property, David saw potential. Without wasting time, David seized the opportunity and purchased the neglected property. He invested a substantial amount, $3,000, to address the issue of the foul-smelling drain. Additionally, he constructed a small bridge connecting the property directly to the road, making access easier. With these strategic improvements, the neglected property's value skyrocketed, matching that of its neighbor by the road. David then decided to sell the property, fetching 3 times the profit he had invested. With vision and investment, even overlooked properties can become lucrative assets. This story explains another step: the rich invent money. Robert explains that there are 4 main obstacles that stop us from making decisions: doubting ourselves, being lazy, having bad habits, and feeling afraid. With fear being the biggest challenge, he suggests a way to overcome fear by categorizing decisions into two types. Type 1 decisions are those where even if things go wrong, it won't have a big negative impact, like starting a blog or applying for an internship. For these decisions, Robert advises not to overthink and just go for it quickly. Type 2 decisions, on the other hand, could have a small negative impact if they go wrong. For example, quitting a job to start a business could be a type 2 decision if it risks your financial stability. It's better to think carefully and maybe find a way to make it more like a type 1 decision, like starting the business on the side while still working. If the business becomes stable and successful, then it's safer to quit the job. Robert summarizes these lessons in 6 points. Rich people don't work just for money. Financial literacy is important. Focus on your own business. Work to learn not just for money. The wealthy create opportunities, and overcoming obstacles is crucial. Rich Dad Poor Dad imparts valuable insights about achieving financial success. It emphasizes the importance of shifting from relying solely on a paycheck to making money work for you through wise investments. Understanding and managing finances well is highlighted as crucial. Building personal business and investments is encouraged over relying solely on employment. Continuous learning and gaining experience are emphasized, along with the importance of creativity and seizing new opportunities. Lastly, challenges are reframed as chances for growth and learning. By embracing these principles, one can take charge of their financial future and strive for prosperity. I hope you guys liked the video. If you find this video informative, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And make sure to click the bell icon to stay updated. And also comment down below which book summary you would like us to cover next. Happy reading!